Here is magic to thrill every sportsman. Our wildfowl on the wing. A great natural resource too often wasted in the past. It will remain to benefit future generations provided we continue the conservation effort, like the effort and achievement of Ducks Unlimited. Ducks Unlimited, an international conservation organization, was established in the 1930s, inspired by severe drought conditions and the alarming decrease in great nesting regions of Western Canada. Water was either scarce or non-existent. Thousands of acres of protective cover in the rich marshlands died as the reserves of surface water rapidly disappeared. In many areas, the conditions were quite desperate for wildfowl, and ducklings came into a dry environment in which survival was almost impossible. The first field work by Ducks Unlimited in 1938 set a pattern of constructive aid to wildfowl. This conservation program has been expanded ever since and has made Ducks Unlimited an organization really unique in its field. The survey and construction of the breeding grounds is the initial vital step. So that they may continue to fly. That is the reason for the long-range program of Ducks Unlimited. A program which could mean the difference between plenty and scarcity. A program involving careful planning and supervision, using modern equipment as well as manual labor. These elements have brought Ducks Unlimited a measure of success in the conservation effort. This dry area is typical of many Ducks Unlimited projects before construction work is begun. After construction, they look like these completed projects with definite and permanent duck-producing qualities. Today, more than 400 of these duck factories, as they are affectionately known by American sportsmen, are distributed over the 3 prairie provinces. Each is a lasting symbol of this unique example of international cooperation. From the sportsmen of the United States, more than $4 million. From Canadians, free use of land on which to establish breeding grounds. It is significant that such land use is granted by both government and private citizens. There is no doubt that the land improved by Ducks Unlimited yields its own harvest. Projects serve wildfowl in many ways, from the vital phase of spring nesting, through the cycle of propagation, into the final seasonal phase of fall concentration and migration. These ducks are but a few examples of DU production which will help to augment the great overall production supervised by Mother Nature. The project managers are specialists in the management of wildfowl habitat. Theirs is the responsibility for the improvement of production on each project and for maintenance of food and cover conditions. Theirs is the satisfaction of seeing every phase of propagation. From the downy nests to the first uncertain steps of fledglings, and to the sight of young on the wing. They know that ducklings do not materialize through mere magic, but rather by the establishment of proper conditions in wildfowl areas, such as in these Western Canada projects. Many techniques are employed to improve production conditions. It may be the cutting of too dense growth, like this successful winter experiment on the Louisiana Lakes project in Alberta. Heavy cattail stands were mowed on the ice, providing additional nesting edges in the spring and thus encouraging better production. Controlled burning is designed to burn off old growth in nesting areas before wildfowl return. It reduces losses of nests and young due to burning done too late or in uncontrolled fashion. The control of predators who rob the nests or kill young ducklings is high on the activities list of Ducks Unlimited fieldmen. Planting of food and cover on and around projects is another vital phase of project management. Fast Ducks Unlimited air thrust boats are used to carry bulrush roots directly to the planting site. The banding of wildfowl conducted by qualified men on Ducks Unlimited projects is an operation calling for skill and patience. Fencing is done on projects where nesting shorelines are subject to intrusion by livestock. Increased knowledge of wildfowl migration patterns and general movements are the true rewards for these exacting tasks. The annual aerial survey by Ducks Unlimited throws light on the locations and the movements of wildfowl over a wide area of Western Canada. Conducted in August, it covers several thousand miles over some of the best wildfowl concentration points on the North American continent. Great flocks of ducks and geese gather there for migration, and it is easier to obtain population counts from the air. Aerial counting deals in large numbers, and the observer must have considerable practice and a very keen eye. Here is one of the very best instances of Ducks Unlimited cooperation with government. A Ducks Unlimited staffer sits in as a member at a meeting of the Alberta Water Stabilization Board. The work this board is doing does much to achieve general stabilization of the water reserves in the parklands and other areas of Alberta. Benefits go to wildlife and to the communities affected. A similar board now functions in Saskatchewan. A gem of the Saskatchewan plain, the South Dakota Project is one of the many made possible by contributions of American sportsmen. The inscription on the cairn pays tribute to the unique brand of international cooperation which has sparked Ducks Unlimited. Inspired and maintained by sportsmen, the work of Ducks Unlimited pays real dividends each fall. As migration pulls wildfowl into southward flight, man is equally restive. The red gods call, and he is a hunter again. For him, the thrill of whistling wings over myriad marshes. For the migrating wildfowl, perhaps a sure knowledge that the great breeding grounds of Western Canada will awaken in the spring, refreshed for the eternal task of keeping the flocks healthy and numerous. With your help, they will always return.